Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, packing is underway. My daughter is being very, very moderate with her packing this time. What I need to do is link the video from the last time. She absolutely filled the car. It was ridiculous. We had to take things out of bags like t-shirts and things and scrunch them up and put them into cavities in the car to get them in. The countdown to the move out date continues. 3 days. 3 days and then it's the move day. Oh my goodness. Little things are starting to pop into my mind now. I mentioned, I don't know, a vlog or two ago that I haven't really properly processed the fact that she's not actually going to be here. I processed the fact that she's got this moving day and a whole exciting new start. And I think I've been projecting myself into her mind and thinking, oh, a new start, new buildings to go to, new people to meet, a stimulating environment, hooking up with people you've got so much in common with, excitement, excitement, excitement. But I hadn't really been thinking about those little things. Like last night I said, good night, Izzy, as I was going to bed, because she always goes after me. She's more nocturnal than me. I'm going a bit earlier these days. I'm trying to go by about midnight. I'm stopping editing a lot earlier than I used to. I'm being disciplined about that. So last night I said to her, oh my gosh, Izzy, once you're gone, I won't be saying good night, Izzy, every single evening. It's like a routine. I just say good night and she calls out from her bedroom, good night, sleep well, love you, see you in the morning, all that stuff. There's going to be none of that. That's going to be weird. I know when she moved out the last time, I would be in my bed just feeling like that she was next door in her bedroom and then just suddenly thinking, oh no, she isn't. It's empty. So the thought of that empty bedroom, night after night after night, her empty bedroom, it's just that suddenly like struck me, that visualization actually came to be real in my mind. And also coming back home after a gig, the house will be empty. It's a very different feeling coming back to an empty house and coming back to a house with people in it. So yeah, that's going to become the reality. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Yesterday I didn't film for this channel, I filmed for the other channel, but I'll link that at the end of this video because it will be up by then. So I was filming in IKEA and also in Home Bargains for the other channel because I had to take my flute. Again, clicky keys, click, 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 click. So loud it's distracting me. I'm like trying to get in the zone, really concentrating on working on my pieces for the audition, and all I can hear is click, 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 click. So I'm going to be back to playing on my spare flute for a few days. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take. She's going to give me a message when that's done. So that's what I did yesterday. I've got a list of things to tell you about because I'm being time efficient because I've got to get out the door and get on a train, you see. So today's plans, I'm going to uni. That's not because I've started yet. I am going to uni because it's more recital exams. So I'm going to go and watch 3 people today. So I've got a solid block of, well, sort of 3 hours, although there is a 15-minute break between the second and the third one, but otherwise it's going to be a solid 3 hours. I think I'll have to go in and out of the room in between recitals for maybe 15 minutes, have a bit of food. So I'm going to pack some food in a lunchbox and just graze a bit because there won't be a proper lunch break. So it's a funny thing going to these final recitals because it's a massive event really in their lives because it's going to determine their overall grade for their master's degrees and potentially affect what jobs they might get if they're going for actual employed jobs rather than going the self-employed route like me. I mean, I started out with a job. Helps if you've got a degree of some sort anyway because it shows you're committed, you can manage your time, you know, all that sort of thing, capable, you know, shows that you can do things to a certain level. So it's useful to have them. But I think a lot of music students will go into a different job. I went into a different job first of all, but I felt wrong about it. I just wanted to do music, so I managed to wriggle my way out. I went part-time, then eventually went off to Portugal and was a full-time musician for a while, for about a year, before coming back and starting over in the UK. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, wasn't it? Yeah, so there's 3 of them. There's an electric rock guitarist. I don't know if he's playing with a backing track or if he's playing with an accompanist. I've only ever played with him myself, or whenever he's performed, it's always been a backing track, so that'd be interesting to see. Then we've got a musical theatre singer, and she's very good, and I expect she'll have a piano accompanist. And then we've got a jazz singer, and I expect she'll have a piano accompanist as well. So we'll see. I'll tell you how it all went at the end. It's going to be lovely to see them, but then it's going to be goodbye, because when I restart in how many days? 13 days. It'll all be new people. So, well, mostly, a big couple from last year. I did hook up with another part-time mature student at the last recital I went to. We got chatting and I knew she was part-time, but I didn't know if she was in her first or second year, but she was in the first year with me too. So we'll be able to have chats in the coming weeks when we restart. Yeah, so cool. There are a few mature students. So after I've been to these recitals, I am heading to Cardiff Central Rail Station. I'm going to hop on a train to my boyfriend's place, meet up with him, and then this evening we've got a rehearsal. I'm going to stay at his house afterwards and then come back home tomorrow because I've got a gig tomorrow, so I've got to be home by a certain time in order to be showered, changed, sort my packed tea out and then get back out of the door again and hopefully be relatively rested for that. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a mad rush. Right, I'm ready to pack my bag. So this is what I am bringing. Well, I've got basic bits and bobs in there already, like my pencil case full of bits, tissues, rail cards, wallet, the odd charging lead. I realised yesterday I'd been carrying a great big thing of heavy sunblock around and it had slipped right down to the bottom and it was hiding, so I've removed that. This is just little bits and bobs of personal sort of medicine-y bits and little bits and bobs like cold sore cream, that sort of thing. Trusty charger that will do all my devices. Little notebook, because you never know when tech might fail and you might need actual paper. So I'm going to take my old flute, which is here. It's not yet, it is a Yamaha, and a whistle, because I need that for my rehearsal tonight, and hopefully if I can get some practice in. If I can't, I can't. This is my compact vlogging kit, except I'm using the camera that this is out of at the moment because it's the most appropriate camera I have for this type of shot. I have got my pencil case with all my essentials in for my desk work at IB's tomorrow if I end up doing it, which I probably will. Reading glasses for the train, although I'm getting new ones in a couple of days. Mouse to use with my laptop. My iPad, so I've got all my music stuff on there for tonight's rehearsal, and also I've scanned in my pieces for my audition, so if I can find any time to practice those, I will. I don't know if I can. My MacBook for editing on the train journeys, and at IB's if I get time, because obviously you have to wait and see what his schedule is, so I just have to be flexible, have my work with me, and then fit it in when I can. An empty sippy cup, because I'm going to make myself a lovely cup of tea at uni to have with me throughout the day. Right, and I've decided to wear my big fluffy jumper, which isn't the best under a coat in the winter. I prefer to layer up with thinner layers quite often if I've got a long day out and carrying my rucksack as well. But I'm going to IB's afterwards, and his house is colder than mine, much colder. He's got sash windows and they let the drafts in, so I need a big, thick, warm thing for that. Right, so I'm going to pop all this away in the bag and get myself out of the door. Did I forget to mention snacky bags? There's packed lunch in there as well, and snacks and drinks and things like that. I am feeling extremely grateful right now because it has not rained on the way to the station and the train is coming and it doesn't look like I'm going to get soaked. I forgot to mention when I was saying what's in my bag, I always keep an umbrella in there, in a big plastic umbrella bag as well. It lives almost permanent in there, although I have been known to check the weather forecast, and if there's absolutely no sign of rain, I will leave it home. That's not often. Good. Table. Work time. We're absolutely back to throwing coats up in the luggage rack again. The driver was saying, are you getting your camera out? Are you? He just thought, no. I said, oh yeah, I've got a daily vlog. I film little tiny B-roll shots all the time. I had to just explain why I was filming my coat going up into the luggage rack. Yeah, I know. Right, I'm going to get my laptop out and I get a good stint of editing work done. I didn't manage to get to any editing this morning, you see, but I did do my accounts. So I was putting in any expenses that had come in over the last 2 or 3 days, and then I was just putting those then in my folder where I keep all my receipts and train tickets and things like that for my accounts. I'm in uni in my favourite cubbyhole. I've been eating food and chatting to one of the other mature students, another one. There's loads of us, you know. Well, not loads. We're not the majority. I'm certainly not the youngest student. There's quite a few in their 60s and they're all absolutely lovely. I love all of them. Making myself a cup of tea. I'm going to have a wee and yeah, then go wait outside the room, and the big old scary examination in progress sign is outside. Oh, it's so horrible to see it. So it made me nervous for him. Anyway, this is my tea bag. I've got my Marvel powdered milk. One of you recommended the Marvel over the Coffee Mate, and I tell you what, it's so much better than Coffee Mate, especially in tea. I love it. It's about to start. Look, that's his amp there. I'm just doing this on my phone. That's his amp all set up. So this is a guy I know from the postgrad ensemble project that I did. So that's how we are friends. Well, I'm all done. It's hours later. I went to 3, all 45 minutes long, with like a 15-minute changeover time, except one of them was a half an hour changeover time. But anyway, I'm all done. All really different. I said rock guitar. Well, there was a lot of jazzy stuff in there. It wasn't like heavy rock or anything. It was a little bit different to what I expected. But I tell you what, they were all good before, but you could really tell that they worked so hard over the summer and really polished a wonderful set. And so I really enjoyed it. For, you know, as an audience, really enjoyed the experience of listening to it, you know, watching it all that. But also it means more when you know the people, you know the backstory, you know, you've got to know them through the year, and that kind of context, it just makes it all the more meaningful. And also knowing what a big moment it is for them, because this kind of I don't know, like the grade for something like that for a younger person, not me probably, but it can determine the future course of their life. So it's really significant. So I found it quite nice to be part of that. Anyway, I'm heading into Cardiff Centre now, and I'm going to get a train over to, well, the nearest train station to my boyfriend's place and meet up with him, and I think we're going to somehow get some kind of food together. I haven't organised it today, I usually do, but I've been busy, so I haven't, so it'll probably end up being chips or something, I don't know. And I think he wants to hop to a shop, he needs some t-shirts or something like that, he said something about it. And then we got our rehearsal, not far from the station now. I'm in Mill Lane. There used to be like water running through here once upon a time in its history, hence Mill Lane. Presume it powered a mill. Yeah, I was going to say something and I can't remember what it was now. I haven't said much to you on the way back from where I was. I just had my head full of thoughts and, I don't know, mulling over everything I've seen. Anyway, I'm really, really glad I made it. Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. I think I said at one point in the vlog not so long ago that I was going out on Thursday to see one as well. Well, I'm not now because it's been postponed, that particular one. So I am having one day this week at home after all, which is good really, because I have got audition pieces to prepare and all this gallivanting isn't great for that. I am at Central a bit earlier than I expected to be, and I am ravenous, so I'm going to continue eating my lunch. I told you I was grazing today. I'm supposed to be eating with my boyfriend, so I better try not to fill up too much. Excuse all the announcements, I've got a feeling I'm still going to be louder than it though, because I'm right by the mic. Accommodation can be found in zones 8 and 9. These little apples I got from Tesco, I think it was, are lovely. They're sweet and juicy and crisp. Oh, we got a little bit of a delay, we have. Well, it's saying it's 10 minutes late, but I think it's going to be a lot later because apparently there's been some kind of incident, like a signalling incident. I don't think it's like an accident or anything, but it does mean there's a little bit of train chaos. Up on the platform there we got quite a lot of, like, I don't know if they're train drivers or train staff or whatever, but they got the uniform on and they're just sort of hanging around with their bags and their bits and bobs. So yeah, well, it's not raining, you know, small mercies. I had a little bit of food. I was very restrained because I want to eat with my boyfriend and actually enjoy it and not just be stuffing it in when I'm already full, but oh well, I'll update you. Here it comes at long last. I think it's 20 minutes late. Wish me luck getting a seat. I think I'll get a seat. I don't know if I get a seat on my own or with a table. A table would be good, but to be honest, I don't mind having a rest. It's a bit of a bottleneck. It's only a skinny little door actually, this one, and a bit of a climb up to it. Yeah, got a seat. I better tuck my bag out of the way in case someone wants to sit there by me. I've deliberately left my coat sleeve hanging down, so worried I'm going to forget it because I'm out of the habit of bringing it now after the summer. I'm glad I got a power supply by there because my phone is a bit low on battery. We are in Mountain Warehouse. My train was half an hour late. He's supposed to be looking at t-shirts, but he was just up in the bag section looking at the rucksacks. I'm grinning because he just walked past and was grinning at me. It's very quiet and we've made a decision. We're going to McDonald's because we're very short of time, but I don't think we're eating in because we're in a bit too much of a hurry. I was looking at some very nice bobble hats, but they were sort of between £17 and like £22, but they were like buy one get one half price kind of thing. But I've got plenty at home anyway. I need to do a bit of a recce and see what I've got because it's getting to that time of year now where I'm actually going to need them again. They're not, what's going on here? They're not buy one get one half price, they're buy one get one free, so that makes them half price basically, doesn't it? Like a tenner-ish each. I mean, they're very nice, they're fleece lined. Well, we ran a bit short of time. We haven't got time to eat in. We've ordered at the McDonald's drive-thru, would you believe? And we're waiting for them to deliver it. It's so crowded that we've had to just go park in the car park, and they're wandering around all over the car park delivering packages. I'm having a McPlant and a small fries, and I'm nicking his coffee. He said, do you want a coffee? I said, oh no, I'm all right. I'll wait till we get to the studio. Dan will make me one. And then it came and I smelt it and I was like, Can I have some of your coffee? And I've been working my way through it more than he has. Oh, naughty girlfriend. Well, that was a long wait, but it finally came with a smile from the assistant. And I've got my plant burger. So there we are. It's vegan, so it's vegan cheese as well. So it's very nice. It was very nice. And I've got little small fries, and I'm going to have one of his mozzarella balls as well. Well, I think they might be our mozzarella balls.
Yeah, they're not balls actually, they're sticks. But...
Mozzarella sticks. Sorry. I made a balls up of that description.
Can you say balls on it?
I don't know actually. You can say balls if you're talking about footballs. I don't know, maybe I better cut that all out. Oh look, he's throwing the rubbish in the footwell now. Quite often it ricochets off my leg. And when it's a banana skin, it's like all slimy.
What is... Well, you probably don't ask this on film, but what's the origin of balls at?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe sport. We'll do like the riff before or
yeah,
something.
So, yeah, just one riff then.
Okay.
Because it is one riff, isn't it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Rocky Furs were our sons. I thought that night I should have been caught. The moon shone bright, the stars gave light. From all they ran away. Sorry.
That's good.
Because that's my bit, right?
That's all I needed.
Right. Yeah. Just straight into the chorus. That?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Rocky Furs were our songs. I thought that at night I should have been caught. The moon shone bright, the stars gave light.
From them all they ran away.
Mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. Mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. Mae gen I ar, mae gen I geiliog, mae gen I gywen fel yn fochog. Mae gen I ar, mae gen I geiliog, mae gen I gywen fel yn fochog. Mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. Mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. Mae gen I stwg, mae gen I ar, mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. Mae gen I ffansi fawr iawn I dy garu pecawn I lonydd gan y diogi. We rehearsed, look, it's 25 to 12. Imo is tired. Imo is going to say goodnight and thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a like. If you happen to like it, it really helps the channel to grow. And I'll see you in the next video, gig tomorrow. Yeah, another long day. Night night.